I'm ready for bed. Never mind 37 miles, 23 Wainwrights. I planned to pitch on Yoke tonight, but the long journey maybe scuppered that plan, but we'll see. Got a couple of small ones to hit up first. Sour House and Sallows. So yeah, I'll show you the route when I get to camp, have a bit more time, sit down, look at it. Sort of a figure of 8, so yeah. Oh, the first climb's always the worst, I hate it. I think this is my last opportunity to get water before Yoke. It's pretty much bone dry. I've heard a few people say, coming up Sour House, the summit isn't actually the summit that you think it should be. And I think I'm at that point now, because you would think approaching this that's the summit, but the summit is a bit more of a grassy mound beyond, so I'm going to skirt around it. Just a series of grassy mounds with no obvious summit so far. According to my watch, that is the mound I'm looking for, and there's a clear path getting up to it. So get to that and then check the map. I'm confused. See that? Maybe you can. So this is that mound I was on, but there's no cairn. According to this, the summit of Sour House is over there. I'm going to tap this one. And I'm going to go over there. That's got to be the summit where I've just been. Has to be. I think the technical summit isn't actually the Wainwright summit. There's a few Wainwrights like that. Sallows is the other end of this horseshoe. I'm happy to make it out in the background. Shout out Graham. Right, my hand's forced. Plenty of places to pitch around here. I'd be quite happy to. The views are great. The sun's still quite high, and yeah, I haven't got a choice. There's no water. You can see how this is quite a boggy fell, or would normally be quite a boggy fell. There's been no rain, so all the little boggy bits and boggy crossings, they're bone dry. So I'm going to head up to. You can see I can't see a thing. Yoke, which is behind me. find some water. I've got a camp spot earmarked in this area, so I'm going to head to it, hope for the best, get some water, and I'll bring you back. Oh, taking a good chunk out of tomorrow there. Absolutely buzzing. I've got the spot that I'd planned for, that I'd researched, and it's a good spot. It's a bit tufty, but the pitch is pretty flat, so I'm pleased with it. So peaceful. Just ran into a slight problem though. I've left my spork at home. Not the best for a 3-day trip, but I've got my trowel and toothbrush, so I've got choices. It's going well. That's not the most disgusting mac and cheese you've ever seen. I don't know what it is. I've got nothing to stir it either. It's going to be horrendous. Oh my. We've lost. Oh wow. Too bad. Really nice viewpoint. This is the this is the Kentmere horseshoe that I'm on. So I'm on the western flank of it. I'm not doing the Kentmere horseshoe. I did the eastern side of it, Harterfell, Kentmere Pike, Shipman Knots. Did that last year at some point. It was really nice to look back at it from this point of view. And then this lot, that's where I'll be heading tomorrow. Strange night's sleep, but I'm up and at them. Just gone 7:30. Bit of rain first thing this morning. The temperature's lovely. There's a bit of low-lying cloud coming through. Very little breeze again. Should be a really good day. I'm just making my way up to the first Wainwright of the day, which is Ill Bell. This is a delightful ridge. It does look like rain in the distance, but it's not forecast, so we'll see how we go. Ill Bell. Some morning. Not a breath of wind. Can hear a pin drop. It's not warm, it's not cold, there's no breeze. Absolutely perfect hiking conditions. Frostwick. Oh, it doesn't get any better than this. Can see Thornthwaite Beacon on top of Thornthwaite Crag. That's my next stop. C'est magnifique. .14 tall. That's proper. So from Thornthwaite Crag, I'm starting an outing back to Grey Crag. It's so quiet. I've seen a couple of fell runners. Other than that, it's just me and the sheep. It's absolute bliss. 161 Grey Crag. I can see the rest of my route for the day. I'm literally finishing what is just there. I've got all of these to do. To get to them, I've got to go back up to Thornthwaite and along to High Street. Just looking back to where I've just been, Grey Crag. I think that's Brothers Water just started to show. I'm on my way up to High Street. I'm on the highest Roman road in England. It's crazy. The amount of history. Just had a little break at High Street. It's getting progressively cloudier. A little bit of rain forecast, not a great deal though. So now I'm going to descend into coast to coast territory, which is always nice. Then the Knot. That's the next port of call, and that's hopefully where my next water source is, because I've got a trickle left, so I need to replenish those stores. One day so far, can't complain. Just bumped into a lovely couple from Ipswich. Fair journey that. And they did the right thing and came at 6 o'clock yesterday morning. I was sat on the M6 all afternoon, but part of the fun, isn't it? I'm just making my way back down to this coll. That's the coast to coast path up from Angleton, and that's Restod, pretty big one, and then beyond that is the Nab, which is an out and back because it has to be. I'll explain more in a bit. It's getting damper. Got to be some water around here somewhere. That's a result. Get in. Getting worse, this filter is. Bleach it after every time I've been out, but it's getting slower and slower. A few years, so due a replacement. Oh, that was a fair pull up there. Hardest climb of the day, no doubt. Whew. Some mint views from top of Restad there. Oh man. Oh, I was going to tap out. Oh, this is a mint little mint Wainwright. 160 something. Oh. Onto the out and back of the nab. It's an out and back because, well, for example, I could make my route a lot easier if I went down to the nab and carried down the nose of it, because that's the direction I'm going, but I'm going out and coming back and sweeping round because it's private land. I think it's part of the Dale Main estate. So it's a red deer conservation area. So access is prohibited, you're not allowed to go up the nose. According to DEFRA, the red deer found here may be the only pure-blooded red deer left in the country. Right, I've just bagged the knot and had a bit of a lie down, cooled my feet down, and I've changed my plan, which is pretty standard fare for me. So instead of, well, I'm still going back the way I am now up to Restad and sweeping round. I was planning to sweep round to Bedderfell, and that way I'm sacking that off. I'm heading directly back to the car. Not as drastically as that. I'm heading back up towards the knot. Then there's 5 Wainwrights that I can still bag this way. It's about 12 miles back up to the car, back down to the car. If I bag these 5, it's only 1:30. Got plenty of time. If I camp somewhere nice tonight, maybe Kidsley Pike, good. Yeah, just take it a bit steadier. It hit me pretty quickly then when I got to the top of the nab. I thought, okay. Plans always change. My plans always change numerous times. I'm still having a good trip. I think I've knocked 7 off so far. So it's a dilemma now whether to try and skirt Restad or go back up and over. So pleased I've chosen to do the nab today. In winter or rain, this would be an absolute bogfest. Absolutely incredible. I've just seen a couple who've just had to pull their dog out of the bog, even though it's dry. The dog's found somewhere, he's absolutely covered in mud. It'd be really difficult to get up to the nab in bad conditions, or when there's just been the slightest bit of rain. I did end up skirting Restad, just taking a little detour to a place I've had earmarked on a map for a while, for a wild swim, possibly a camp. So I've just been to scope that out. It's a stunning spot. So now I'm back on the coast to coast path, heading back up towards the knot, yeah, up towards Rampskill Head and that lot. Rampskill Head. It's one of these summits where there's a couple of cairns. I've tapped out on both just to make sure. Onto high raise now. And again, the age-old problem. I'm looking for where my next water source is coming from because I am almost empty. I'm going up to High Raise, then coming back down and going over there to Kidsley Pike. Quite close together, so and then I'll try and find some more to make a decision when I'm at Kidsley. It's still quite early. Yeah, we'll see how we go. High Raise. It's got the feel of one of the more western, one of the higher western fells. This rocky summit. Still no wind. I mean, I'm gonna have to go have a look if I'm staying here, but there's no water in that beck that I thought, well, I hoped I could fill up. So I'm empty, I've got nothing. I'm at a Wainwright, I've already bagged on the coast to coast, and it offers some of the best views going. Kidsley Pike. There's the flattest, most perfect pitch where my poles are there. I haven't got any water. There's a couple walking up with bags on. So they may be looking to camp, so I'm going to hang around, wait for them to pass. And then I'm going to have to shoot down to that gill, and it sounded dry, it looked dry. I mean, let me just show you Haweswater Reservoir, how empty it is. Really could do with a drop, couldn't we? Right, I'm going to hang about. I've got some electrolyte gel, so I can have that. What time is it? I don't know. 4 o'clock-ish. Maybe after. That's the pitch of dreams. But I need a walkabout. So let's play it by ear. It's too early to put the tent up anyway. I don't want to put it up at this time of day. I have marked my territory because this is perfect. So let's see how we go with the water situation. Right, well that's just taken me 3 to 4 working days to filter. The water we do have. This is what I'm up against. Squeezing my ball bag. Oh, finally squeezed the living daylights out of my filter for the last time this trip, and the last time in its life. Just got my tea on and a hot drink, all set up over there on the edge of Kidsley Pike. Awesome view. That's High Street up there. Might get a little bit of sunset. There is some colour in the sky, you probably can't see it. For tea tonight we have pasta bolognese and a Galaxy hot chocolate. They will both be stirred once again by my toilet trowel. Needs must. Did the job. So Kidsley Pike is like the goodbye to the Lake District on the coast to coast. It's the highest point of the whole walk. But after this, you're heading out towards Shap, and then the Yorkshire Dales, and things get quite a lot flatter. I'll try and find the footage from when I was up here on the coast to coast, but it was blowing a hoolie and I couldn't hear myself think, so I literally came to the edge and went. If I've got it, I'll try and play it. I was just using my phone to film on and just a plug-in cheap microphone, which probably didn't help, but it was so windy. Some lovely colours now in the sky with the layers of mountains, different shades of blue, progressively getting lighter. That's the lightest shade of blue. I may as well take you through my original route and my adapted route. So I parked My car is there now, hopefully. Parked down near the church in Troutbeck. Made my way up to Sour House, and then round the horseshoe to Sallows. And there was no water there, so I had to carry on to Yoke, where I found water and camped for the night. And this morning I've woken up and traversed the brilliant ridge from Yoke, Ilbal to Frosick and up to Thornthwaite Crag. Conditions were unreal. And then from Thornthwaite Crag it's an out and back to Grey Crag, and then back round to High Street. From High Street onto the Knot, over Restod, the Nab, and then on the way back from the Nab I did sweep back round, skirted Restod, and this is where it changed, because my original plan was to skirt past Angleton to Bedderfell, down Bedderfell, up Steel Knots, down Steel Knots, up Helen Fell, down Helen Fell, get up Helen, and then up to Bonscale Pike, Arthur's Pike, and then come along the ridgeline back. So Lowpot Hill, Weather Hill, High Raise, Ramskill Head, Kidsty, and then all the way back, Mardale, Ilbow, Troutbeck Tongue. But what I did, once I skirted Restard, I came back this way. So I came back up and round the Knot, summited Ramskill Head, High Raise, and now I'm on Kidsty Pike, and then in the morning I'll go and get Mardale, Ilbow, and head down to Troutbeck Tongue, and then back to the car. Tiredness just hit me this afternoon. I thought, do I really need this? So altered my plans, and it's worked out for the best actually, because my battery pack just seems to be on its last legs, along with my filter. Batteries and everything are dying, so definitely a wise choice. I can probably get one more charge out of everything, and that'll last me towards the end of tomorrow. So yeah, that's my plan. Probably 9 miles in the morning. Not sure how many miles that'll take me to in total. It was supposed to be 37. Very pretty and see-through. It's lightweight. I'm impressed with it. This is my third or fourth night out in it. Really easy to pitch. It's really starting to turn cold, so I think I'm going to get in the tent and just wind down for the evening. We didn't see me there. Last thing to get packed. See the colour of the filters in there. You can't see the colour of this if you can stand up straight. That's the water from the pond that was filtering last night. The time is 5:53. My alarm's due to go off at 6 AM. That's good, isn't it? All packed away. So I'm off. Try to be quiet because there are a few tents around, so I don't want to wake people up. That's where I camped last night, if you can see it. Can you see it? There you go. Right on the edge of Kidsty Pike. So I've got 2 or 3 miles maybe to Mardale Head. Maybe not, I don't think it's even that far. It's maybe 1 mile, but up on the High Street and then sweep round. Mardale Ilbow 169. The ridge line that I walked yesterday morning. Honestly, you couldn't pick better conditions. It's not warm, it's not cold, there's a little breeze. water filter is not the only thing that's cacked it. A little tripod. I used to take my summit photos. I mean, this foot broke a while back, but just setting up this morning. This came out. There we go. So that's something else to add to the list. That's lovely. Pack this away and head over to Thornthwaite Crag, which you can see in the distance with its 14-foot beacon. Or can you? I don't know. I'll be able to see it. It's on the top of that hill there. Well, that's handy. I'm just on a path now that leads. It leads up to Frosick and Ilbel and that ridge. But just as I hit the ridge, it drops down to the right somewhere into the valley, which is where I'll then pick up the path to Troutbeck Tong. Just walked into a bit of bog. First bog of the whole trip, which I couldn't avoid it, could I? Yeah. Oh, I love milk.